Ever wonder, as you gaze upon the sleek lines of an iPhone or the intuitive interface of a Mac, how Apple made world-changing decisions? Decisions that not only shaped a company, but also redefined entire industries and the way we interact with technology every single day. Steve Jobs, the visionary behind Apple's monumental success, had a rule: bring me 3 prototypes, and only 3, no more, no less. It was a non-negotiable aspect of his creative process. He demanded simplicity, not endless options that could muddy the waters and dilute the core vision. This wasn't just a quirk. It wasn't some arbitrary preference of a famously demanding CEO. It was a secret weapon, a carefully honed strategy that fueled innovation and propelled Apple to the forefront of the tech world. Jobs understood that too many choices paralyze us, leading to indecision and ultimately hindering progress, while 3 sharpens focus, allowing for clear comparison and decisive action. Apple's turnaround wasn't about more ideas flooding the market, but about choosing the right few, the most impactful and elegantly designed solutions. Studies show too many options lead to worse decisions or none at all. The human brain simply isn't wired to effectively process an endless stream of possibilities. Think of staring at 50 jams in a store. Overwhelming, right? Most people walk away completely bewildered or just grab the usual, sticking with what they know. The rule of 3 is the antidote to choice paralysis, a powerful tool for simplifying complexity. 3 options give us control, a sense of agency in the decision-making process, without overload, without the mental fatigue that comes from sifting through countless alternatives. A sweet spot for smart decisions, a balanced approach that fosters clarity and confidence. We'll explore why 3 is the magic number, delving into the psychology and cognitive science behind its effectiveness, the science behind it, uncovering the neurological reasons why our brains respond so favorably to this particular number, and how it's shaped history, influencing everything from storytelling to strategic planning. This isn't just theory, it's not some abstract concept confined to the pages of academic journals. It's a tool used by the world's best, employed by CEOs, innovators, and leaders across diverse fields. By the end, you'll have a clear framework, a practical methodology for applying the rule of 3 in your own life. To turn confusion into 3 actionable paths, transforming overwhelming complexity into manageable steps. Ready to see how 3 options can change everything? How it can unlock your potential and lead to better, faster decisions? Let's dive in and explore the power of 3. Ever felt stuck picking a movie from thousands of titles on a streaming platform? You endlessly scroll, paralyzed by the sheer volume of options, never quite landing on something that feels right. That's choice overload, a very real phenomenon in our modern world. It's that feeling of being overwhelmed by too many options. More options don't automatically translate to more freedom or happiness. In fact, the opposite is often true. Instead of empowering us, a vast sea of choices can drain our mental energy, leaving us feeling depleted and indecisive. A famous study perfectly illustrates this. Researchers found that offering 24 different jams attracted a large crowd of curious shoppers, but surprisingly, very few actually made a purchase. However, when the selection was reduced to just 6 jams, people were significantly more likely to buy. Too many choices overwhelm us, leading to analysis paralysis and a sense of being lost in a sea of possibilities. In contrast, fewer options drive action, allowing us to make decisions more quickly and confidently. More choices also breed regret and second-guessing, even after we've made a decision. We constantly wonder, what if you missed the perfect one hidden amongst the overwhelming array of alternatives? With 3 strong options presented clearly, you feel confident and informed, knowing you've considered the best alternatives without being bogged down by endless possibilities. The ultimate goal isn't unlimited freedom through endless choices, but meaningful freedom derived from carefully curated and considered options. The rule of 3 forces you to focus your attention and energy on the best paths forward, not every single possible one, which can be a recipe for disaster. Narrowing your focus to 3 key options clarifies your priorities and values and helps you clearly define what success truly looks like for you. Limiting choices doesn't limit your potential or stifle your creativity. Instead, it focuses your power and directs your energy towards what truly matters. Escape the overwhelm and the constant noise of endless possibilities, step into a world of clear, confident decisions, made with intention and purpose. Stop drowning in a sea of endless possibilities and information overload. Instead, swim purposefully toward a clear destination, guided by your values and priorities. The rule of three is your lifeboat in the overwhelming ocean of choices. Use it as a tool to make better, more informed decisions, leading to faster and ultimately more satisfying outcomes in all areas of your life. Remember, less is often more, especially when it comes to the choices we face each and every day. Why does 3 feel so right? Stories have a beginning, middle, and end. Arguments have 3 points. Ready, set, go. Our brains crave patterns, and 3 is the smallest number that forms 1. Psychologists say information in threes is easier to process and remember. Our working memory handles about 3 or 4 chunks at once, more, and we drop things. With 3 choices we can compare, analyze, and decide without overload. The triad is powerful in communication and decision-making. 3 options create a narrative A, B, or C, each a different story. This structure makes decisions feel deliberate, not random. Using 3 aligns with how our minds naturally work. It's the perfect blend of variety and focus. That's why 3 options just feel better. Imagine Apollo 13, an explosion in space, survival on the line. NASA didn't brainstorm endless solutions, they focused on a few critical options. The team instinctively used the rule of 3: conserve power, clean the air, chart a safe course. Each option had trade-offs, faster but risky, safer but resource-draining. Focusing on a handful of solutions saved lives. The military uses the same principle: 3 courses of action: direct, conservative, creative. This avoids tunnel vision and overwhelm. 3 options force critical thinking and contingency planning. Commanders compare risks and rewards, ready to adapt if needed. Whether in space or on the battlefield, the lesson is clear. The best leaders don't want more options, they want better ones. Clarity and focus win the day. The rule of 3 is a proven strategy under pressure. When it matters most, 3 is enough. 1 option isn't a choice, it's a reaction. With only 1, you're boxed in, not deciding. 2 options create a battle. A versus B, win or lose. It's stressful and limiting. 3 breaks the deadlock. Suddenly, it's not a fight. It's a thoughtful comparison. That 3rd option opens new perspectives and creativity. 3 encourages analysis, not just picking sides. More than 3, overwhelm returns. We can't deeply consider each one. We default to shortcuts or random picks just to end the stress. The rule of 3 frees you from traps. 1 is too narrow, 2 is too tense, many is chaos. 3 is balanced, structured, and smart. It's the number that leads to your best decisions. Not all sets of 3 are real choices. Sometimes 2 are just there to make the 3rd look good. A classic sales trick. Think of subscription plans: basic, pro, premium. The pro is a decoy to push you to premium. This decoy effect manipulates you by making 1 option seem irresistible. To avoid it, ask, are all 3 options genuinely viable, or is 1 just filler? Real choices have meaningful trade-offs, unique strengths and weaknesses. Watch out for 3 nearly identical options too. That's just fake variety. True choice means diversity. Each option should represent a different path. For a career, don't just pick 3 jobs at the same company. Try promotion, new company, or a career change. Spot decoys and sameness to make the rule of 3 work for you. Only then does it become a tool for real discovery. Don't settle for fake choices. Demand real ones. How do you use the rule of 3 right now, in this very moment? It's simpler than you think, and incredibly effective. Start by noticing if you're stuck with only 1 or 2 options. This is the critical first step. Recognize the limitation. When you find yourself in that binary trap, force yourself to brainstorm a 3rd option. Don't settle for the obvious choices. Dig deeper. Think outside the box. This instantly expands your perspective, opening up possibilities you hadn't considered before. It's like adding a new dimension to your decision-making process. Let's make it real. Want to get healthier? This is a common goal but often approached with limited thinking. Don't just choose strict diet or do nothing. That's the binary trap we're trying to avoid. Try 3 all-in: gym, nutritionist, meal prep service, slow and steady, walk daily, cut sugar, more sleep, or fun and social. Join a sports league, group fitness classes, active weekends. Each is a different path, with its own set of challenges and rewards. Compare them using a simple chart. This will help you visualize the pros and cons of each. List your 3 options clearly at the top of the chart, then your top criteria, the things that truly matter to you in this decision. Cost, the financial implications of each choice, time, the amount of time commitment required, sustainability, how well each option fits into your life long term. Score each option against each criteria. This isn't about perfection or precise calculations, but about gaining clarity and understanding. you'll see trade-offs emerge, revealing what truly fits your life and priorities best. Homework. Pick a real decision you're facing right now, something that's been weighing on your mind. Write down 3 distinct options, forcing yourself to move beyond the initial choices. Push for creativity. Look for a compromise, a hybrid solution, or a completely new angle you haven't considered. Build a simple matrix to compare what matters most, focusing on the criteria that are most important to you. This exercise builds your decision-making muscle, strengthening your ability to analyze and choose effectively. The more you practice this technique, the easier and more intuitive it becomes. The rule of 3 isn't just a trick, it's a habit that can transform the way you approach decisions. Try it consistently, and see your choices get clearer, your confidence grow, and your life improve. And if this practical guide helped you, subscribe for more actionable strategies and insights. Imagine a personal coach to help you brainstorm and analyze your 3 options. AI makes this possible. AI tools can suggest creative alternatives and analyze your choices from new angles. Stuck on a 3rd option? AI can generate ideas you hadn't considered. It can research, compare, and summarize data for each path: salary, risks, testimonials. AI builds decision frameworks like the matrix we discussed and points out your biases. It doesn't decide for you, it guides you to think deeper. Soon, AI will know your values and help you simulate outcomes. The goal isn't to replace your judgment, but to enhance it. The rule of 3 gives you structure. AI gives you power. Together, they make your decisions smarter and more aligned with what matters. We've seen the rule of 3 in action. From Apple to Apollo 13, from psychology to military strategy. It's not just a trick, it's a principle for clear, confident decisions. It frees you from the trap of 1, the conflict of 2, and the chaos of too many. Now here's your challenge. Pick a decision that feels stuck. Don't settle for 1 or 2 options. Define 3 distinct, viable paths. Build a simple matrix. What matters most? Analyze each option. See the trade-offs and feel the clarity. This isn't just an exercise, it's a new way of thinking. The more you use it, the more natural it becomes. Share your experience in the comments and like or share if this helped you. One last thought. What if you focused on just 3 priorities for the next 90 days? How might that change your life?